Good evening, everyone. Welcome. I do hope you're having a good day. I'd like to provide you with training today, and our topic for today is leadership accountability. Now, accountability is a word that can be viewed either positively or negatively, but accountability is a neutral word. Accountability really is the process of providing an explanation or reason for your actions to a person or to a group of people. So if you are a boss or manager, you might have people under you who are accountable to you. They have to explain their actions, they have to explain the decisions that they make to you as their boss, as their manager. And likewise, if you are in a managerial position, there's a high chance that you will also have to explain yourself to your direct report. So there's somebody that you need to explain yourself to and be accountable to. However, the higher you go, you may find that there is there are less people that you have to be accountable to. So you might find that you have the freedom to make decisions, and there's really no one to hold you accountable. And that's not a good place to be, because there is a saying that absolute power corrupts absolutely. So there's an ancient biblical story about King David, who had gone through the ranks and had been under attack from his boss, but then eventually he was made king. And one day, when all other kings were out doing battle, he stayed at home. And whilst he was at home, he was outside his property, and he saw a naked woman taking a bath, Bathsheba. He took that lady, slept with her, and eventually ended up killing her husband just to cover his tracks. And that's a very good example of absolute power corrupting absolutely. He was the very top, and there was really no one to hold him accountable. There was a priest that he could have explained his thought pattern or his decisions to, but he chose not to use that. He probably didn't even think about him in the heat of the moment. And so, as a leader, it's important for you to build in accountability and to view accountability not as something that's negative or something that's in place to restrict you, but as a measure, as a device that's actually put in place to protect you from yourself. Because guess what? If you're a human being, which you are as a leader, you will make mistakes, and as a human being you also have blind spots. So the purpose of accountability and holding yourself accountable to people, or at least to a person, is to ensure that the things that you cannot see, the things that your desires are blinding or hiding away from you, can be exposed or challenged by somebody else who's neutral, somebody else who doesn't have your desires, who doesn't have your passions, who doesn't have your vision. They can see things from a different perspective, and they can actually question your motives, they can question your decisions, they can question the actions that you have taken or plan to take. So it's important that as a leader that you seek out accountability. You build that into your organization. You ensure that you hold yourself accountable to somebody, you hold yourself accountable to a group of people. It's important that you do so because the people under you are looking to you for guidance, they're looking to you for direction. And so when they say that you're being held accountable to somebody else, they trust you more because they know that there's somebody who's actually watching out for your blind spots. You can also hold yourself accountable to the people that you lead, in that when you make mistakes, you're very open with them and you're very clear about what you've done and what you tend to do differently. But before you get to the place of making mistakes, because some mistakes have quite dire consequences, before you get to that place, if you build an accountability into your leadership structure, then you are protected from yourself. You're protected from your blind spots. You're protected from just acting out of your desires, out of your passions, and the person who's holding you accountable is better able to take you through a path of analyzing the decision that you intend to make or the action steps that you intend to take. So they help you question it, and actually you're able to see whether there are things that need to be amended, because sometimes your desires may be good, but there might be a few tweaks that need to be made to the actions that you plan to take. So my encouragement to you today is to build an accountability into your leadership structure. Don't be the kind of leader who has absolute power, because the saying goes that absolute power does corrupt absolutely. Power can actually act as a blinding force, and it can just totally blind you to the errors of your ways. Power can blind you to potential mistakes, potential pitfalls. So it's important that you have someone or a group of people that you are accountable to. Okay, these are my thoughts for you today. Please feel free to share this video with whoever you think needs to hear it. Until next time, from my heart to yours, do take it easy. Bye.